Today we're going over how to take the cover off of your Model 76 Imperial Four. For sure you'll need a Phillips screwdriver, and depending on the age and condition of your faucet, it might also be handy to have some channel locks for this repair. Okay, first use the Phillips screwdriver to remove the screws in the face of the handles. After those screws are out, make sure the handles are in the off position, and then you're going to pull them straight off of the faucet to you without turning them. If you're careful about taking the handles off this way, they'll go on a lot easier. You're not going to have to make as much adjustment at the end. The next step is to remove the cover retaining rings. When we put them on at the factory, we grease the threads first, and then they just go on finger tight, so this should be easy. But over time they get splashed with water and lime might build up and cause them to freeze in place. This is where some white vinegar is going to come into play. If you've got a lot of lime buildup, fold up a paper towel, wrap it tightly around the cover retaining ring. If you need to hold it in place with a rubber band or something, and then soak it with white vinegar. And you don't want to use just a little bit, you want to get it really saturated because the vinegar needs to soak all the way down to the threads. And then walk away and let it work. It didn't build up like that in just a few minutes, so it's not going to come off that quickly either. You need to let it sit overnight to get the job done. And now hopefully once you've got the rings off, the rest of this is going to go real smooth. If you do have to use channel locks to remove the rings, just be careful that you don't smash them and distort them out of shape. Replacements are available. If you do have that problem, just give us a call. After the rings are off, just move the wand out of the way and then take the tank lid off, and from that point the cover should just slide straight off the front of the faucet. If you need to take the hose and clips out of the cover on the right hand side, that's fine, but you probably just can slide it down the length of the hose to get the cover out of the way. And then you can go on with whatever repair that you're working on that's taken you this far. Depending on your repair, don't forget that you might need to turn the water off under your sink. When you're finished with this, before you put the faucet back together, take the time, if you did have that lime buildup, to do some further cleaning. Put some more vinegar on the threads on the faucet and soak the retaining rings, and just make sure you clean them up and get the rest of that off there. You also should put some plumber's grease on the threads of the faucet and the retaining rings before you reassemble it. This stuff doesn't cost much, and it'll go a long ways toward making your life easier later on. Just follow those same steps in reverse to put the faucet back together. When you put your handles back on, you may find that you have a drip from the spout. If that's the case, it just means that you probably need to make an adjustment to the handles. We have another video that covers how that's done. You can find it on YouTube or go to dishmasterfaucet.com and find a link there. We're also available at 800-521-9234 if you need to speak to someone. Thanks.